Changing your oil regularly helps keep your vehicle running at its best. Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, purchase 5 quarts of Pennzoil conventional motor oil and a MicroGuard filter for just $24.99. Save big with Pennzoil at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What's in store for your business this week at Staples?
A sign of our appreciation.
A colorful one.
Staples wants to thank you for your business by offering 20% back in rewards on your color printing.
Print whatever you need to promote your business. Color presentations, business cards, and yes, signs.
And get 20% back in Staples rewards. It's our way of saying thanks.
Right now at Staples, where there's a whole lot in store.
In store only and 6/22/19. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/20back for details.
This is by the way. You know, it's difficult for most of us human beings to say, I blew it, I was wrong, I apologize. Confession, it is said, is good for the soul. It can be a freeing experience. It allows us to move past the point of dwelling on the past and making excuses to the point of making some changes in our lives and looking forward to the future. God, of course, knows everything about all of us. Whether we are honest with him or not, he knows. But he is always pleased when his children come to him, admit their sins, and seek forgiveness. He knows that it can be an important step toward renewal and change. As St. Augustine said,
You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory. Ooh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours, and I believe, what you say of me. I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe.
Proud to live and work in the Gate City. KXGN Glendive, Montana. The amazing AM. KXGN 1400. The amazing AM.
And it's graduation night in the Gate City. Welcome to the campus of Dawson Community College as we prepare for the 78th annual commencement ceremony at Dawson Community College for the graduates in the class of 2019. Take your dream and make it happen. And that's the theme, and will be a song sung during this program for the graduates from Dawson Community College, our college. Degrees will be handed out in Associate of Arts, Associate of Arts in Chemical Dependency Counseling, Associate of Science. Animal Science Livestock Program will have a graduate. Business Management, also with a graduate. Corrosion Technology with 3 graduates. Criminal Justice, Law Enforcement, Peace Officer Option will have a graduate. Early Childhood Education with a graduate. Welding Technology with graduates. A Certificate of Applied Science in Livestock Technology, and a Certificate of Applied Science Technical Skills. So we're about to get underway. There's a full house here at the Tepke Center on the campus of Dawson Community College as we wait for a processional with the DCC Music Department, and then a welcome with Dr. Scott Mickelson. We didn't come alone, we came with friends, as we always do when KXGN Radio goes live to events like DCC and, coming up over the weekend, DCHS graduation ceremonies. Our thanks to Boss Office Products for bringing the mic to the Tepke Center, to WBI Energy Transmission, Cal's Carpet, Albertsons Food and Drug. Our thanks to Dawson Community College and the Shoe Shack, along with Cravens, McPherson Dental, HKT Big Sky Motors, the YRI, that's the Yellowstone River Inn, Sand Creek Dental, Guns and Things, Glendive Medical Center, Fisher Sand and Gravel and Ready Mix, and Triple D Meats. And the faculty arriving now to their seats. Processional will follow with the DCC grads as they all take their seats. The faculty, and here comes Coach Tammy.
Please silence your phones. Thank you. Good evening. Please rise as we recognize the 2019 candidates for graduation of Dawson Community College.
And the processional begins, backed by the DCC Music Department. All, of course, in the red and black for Dawson Community College. Different honor students wearing their shoulder etching.
The Dawson Community College Choir, directed by Miss Sue Strelo, will sing the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Thank you. Please remain standing. Leslie Weldon, Vice President of Advancement and Human Resources, will conduct a moment of reflection.
Graduation is a milestone on your life journey. It's a day of celebration and achievement. Take a moment to reflect on your experiences at Dawson Community College. Recognize the gifts you received, the blessings bestowed upon you, and the close relationships you made with one another. Reflect on the events that brought you here. Take time to reflect on the little moments and the big milestones. Take time to reflect on the moments that went better than you ever imagined and ponder those that didn't turn out so well. Think of the times when faculty, staff, students, and our community members cheered you on and supported your efforts in and outside of the classroom. Remember the strength and guidance your family has provided and continues to provide. Honor the moments that took your breath away, quieted your heart, and resonated within your soul. Those are the moments that you will remember forever. Let us take a moment now to reflect on those blessings that you are most thankful. Graduates, you are here at this moment because you persevered. You achieved success through challenges, whether in the classroom, on the court, or in life. Soak in this moment. Embrace the world. Go forth. Be bold. Be courageous. Be kind, and be your best. We are proud of your accomplishments. You are an incredibly talented and diverse group of Buccaneers. Your hard work, determination, and sacrifices earned you a college degree. Congratulations. Graduates, families, community members, and guests, welcome to our celebration as we honor this moment, these graduates, and their achievements. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Leslie. You may be seated. I welcome you here today as we celebrate this wonderful day for our graduates, their families, and friends. Our graduates appreciate all of you attending commencement, appreciate all of you attending, showing your support, and applauding their hard work. I'd like to draw your attention to the flags on the table behind me. These flags represent the states, tribal nations, and countries of our graduates. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge DCC retirees, staff and faculty, adjunct faculty, members of the community, and all public servants. Thank you for your dedicated service. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you for joining us at Dawson Community College. We have a distinguished platform party with us this evening. I ask that each stand when introduced and remain standing until all members of the platform party have been introduced. Please hold your applause until all introductions are complete. On the stage in the platform party, starting on your left in the front row, Chad Knudsen, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mitsu Frazier of Phoenix, Arizona, Leslie Weldon, Vice President of Advancement and Human Resources, Tracy Massa, Vice President, Academics and Student Affairs, Joe Peterson, Head Men's Basketball Coach and Athletic Director, Darla Handren, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, Rich Rowe, Trustee, Cindy Larson, Trustee, Jennifer King, Director of Business Operations, Bob Stanhope, Trustee, Mike Willendek, Trustee, Kyle Johnson, Chairman of Dawson College Foundation. Thank you all. Please be seated. Our first speaker is the publisher of the Glendive Ranger Review newspaper. He is a fifth-generation Glendiving and cut his teeth in the business of working at the family store before graduating from Dawson County High School. Credits earned at Dawson Community College during high school and during the summer terms allowed him to graduate early as summa cum laude from Valparaiso University in Indiana. There he earned a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration with concentrations in marketing, international business, and global studies with an honors distinction in the humanities. Please welcome the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Chad Knudsen.
I need to work on that introduction. It's a little lengthy. Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Mickelson. Welcome to our guests. And most importantly, congratulations to the class of 2019, from myself and from the rest of the board. When Randy was organizing this and she told me that I only had an hour for my remarks, I realized I'd have to just hit the high points. slides. But I do want to take a second to acknowledge that for the first time in many, many decades, we are without our late President Emeritus, Don Kettner, a man who many of you may not have known, but without whom none of this and none of us would be here. We miss you, Don. I'm also told that we have somewhat special guests in the person of Mr. Warren Carl. Warren is here 67 years after graduating from this college with the class of 1952. If you think this is a small school today, if you think this is a small school today, you have to realize that Warren was one of 4 graduates in 1952. He's here today to honor and observe his granddaughter's graduation. It's important for us to remember that we stand on the shoulders of all of those, like Don and Warren and countless others who came before us throughout the 79-year history of this institution. All right, so I know 2 things about what I'm going to say today. The first is that my good friend, voice of Buccaneer Athletics, Trustee Rich Rowe, will later accuse me of having given the same speech I gave last year. And I know that because of the second thing that I know for sure, which is that none of you will remember anything I say, and neither will Rich. But that's okay, I'm the chairman, and that's how this works. So, you won't remember what I say, or any of the rest of us, but maybe you'll pick up on some big themes. I don't want you falling asleep in the warm-up act. So let's get warmed up. I'd like the graduates to stand up. That's right, stretch out. I am going to give you your final exam. Now, I'm going to ask a series of simple questions. Don't make us look bad for giving you a degree. No right or wrong answers. The instructions are very simple. If you agree that the answer to my question is yes, remain standing. If you disagree, sit. And then on the next question, you might have to stand back up or sit back down. Got it? All right. Let's start with the trial. Agree or disagree? Agree or disagree? We are proud of our Lady Buccaneer softball team and the hard-fought tournament they played here in the last 2 days. All right. Did us very proud, and we have unanimity among the group. We're off to a great start. Next question, or maybe not question, but statement. Are cats better than dogs? Okay. Crazy cat people. Next question. Is Glendive the best place you've ever lived? The only place you've ever lived. Did you have any fear about coming here to go to school? Is country music the best genre of music? Was your experience at DCC better than you expected? All right, thank you. You can all be seated. Based on this feedback, we will be revising the list of who is getting degrees. I could ask you any of a lot of other questions, but the point is you don't all agree all of the time. And yet at the same time, you're united. You have in common that you all found yourself here in this small rural community for a short period of time. And in that time, you had to find common purpose. In a world that can't stop telling us about all the things that divide us, I hope your experience here has shown you there's a lot that unites us. Our town is small. To put it delicately, it lacks some creature comforts. Sometimes the weather sucks. But you can't beat the people and our sense of community. I've traveled all over the world. I've lived in cities big and small. And I can tell you that over time you will figure out that the best places aren't the ones with the most restaurants or the best shopping. They're the ones with a strong sense of community. The palpable sense that we're all in it together and have the ability to make a difference. I hope that's what you take away from here. You don't have to think the city you find yourself in now or in the future is the best place in the world. You might not even like it that much, but that's no excuse not to make it better than it was. Some of you dog lovers might end up married to one of those crazy cat people. It's okay to stand for something even when those around you disagree. It's okay to stand up and get to work even when others are sitting around. And it's okay to sit next to people you just can't stand. Community is not about finding the people who look like you, think like you, and make the exact same choices as you. What matters most, you matter most, not when you're surrounded by the like-minded, but when you're sharing your mind with those you might not even like. It means working with others to create something bigger than yourselves, one little step at a time. Wherever you go and wherever you end up, I hope you don't lose that DCC value, that you should be involved in helping others, in cooperating with people you might not be exactly like, and that you will fight to bring a solid sense of community wherever you find yourself. That's an important part of the education we've tried to provide you. We know in this community that we're better off for your all having been here. We hope some of you stick around, or, in time, find your way back. But in any event, we want you to build upon your Dawson community experience wherever you go. Make it stick wherever you find yourself. Congratulations, and good luck.
Thank you, Chairman Knudsen. The Associated Student Body officers are a group of students actively engaged in policy and program development at Dawson Community College. They work closely with faculty and administration to ensure a quality education for all students. Graduating today with an Associate of Science, please welcome ASD President Whitney Bean of West Valley, Utah.
Can't help that. First, I'd like to thank all the amazing parents, family, and friends who could be here today, as well as the staff and faculty who helped us along the way in getting us to where we are right now. So thank you. Wow. I can't believe it. We finally did it. We made it to this really fancy ceremony with small and big black robes, square pointy hats that may or may not fall off with any sudden movement. We made it to the day we get to call this the Class of 2019 graduation ceremony. I'm stressing out like most of you with these last finals we will take here at DCC. I was trying to figure out what I was going to say and tried to make this a spectacular speech. I asked a good friend of mine for some advice on what I should say. She told me, honestly, Whitney, no one is probably going to remember even the very beginning of your speech, maybe not even in the end. I think that's where you're correct. So you may not remember it a month from now, and that's totally okay. So it hit me. The beginning of the speech, or even the end, if you don't remember, is completely okay. But the one thing I know all of you are going to remember is this moment right here and all the people sitting next to you. You're going to remember the friendships you made, the championships you won, also all the games. You even probably remember all the tests you didn't study for. And most importantly, you're going to remember and realize all the memories you didn't realize you were even making. Although it's bittersweet, I can't wait to see what the future holds for each and every one of you. Some of you, this is the end, and you're on your way to start your futures. And for others, it may be 2 or even 6 more years of schooling. Good luck to those guys. I told them to laugh at me. So although this seems like the end, and I want all of you to realize this, it's the start of a brand new beginning. There may be many trials, things might not go as planned, and there will be many times where you will succeed. But in the end, I know all of you are going to do amazing and accomplish great things in life. And just like all of you and your parents, I'm proud of all of you. And I'm so honored to say that I was able to serve as your student body president, and thanks for making my time here at DCC something to be memorable. I was planning on this. So again, congratulations for all your hard work you did. You graduated. All I have to say now is go Bucks.
Thank you, Whitney. She's also known as the dancing machine here at Dawson, so maybe after the ceremony you can get, there you go. Our next speaker first came to Dawson as a student and graduated summa cum laude in 1996 with an associate's degree of science. On the court, he was an all-Mondax selection, all-Region 9 player, and team MVP. He continued his academic and athletic career at Rocky Mountain College and graduated summa cum laude with a Bachelor's of Science degree. He was inducted into the Rocky Athletic Hall of Fame in 2010. He coached at the NCAA Division I level for a time and earned a master's degree in sports administration from Northwestern State University. In 2004, he moved to Africa and served there for 11 years at a school for orphans in rural Kenya along the shores of Lake Victoria. In 2015, he returned to Dawson Community College as the men's basketball head coach and athletic director. Under his guidance, DCC Athletics has reached unprecedented heights by adding new sports and initiatives and enrolling a record number of student athletes. Please welcome Dawson Community College's men's basketball head coach and athletic director, Joe Peterson.
23 years ago, I was sitting in your seats. Actually, they're not those seats because we didn't have this beautiful facility. It was over in that tiny little gym over there that we sat. And I will never forget that day, not because of the great speeches, not because of what I received, but it actually snowed on that day in Glendive, Montana. And this Arizona boy couldn't get out of town fast enough. And I never thought that I would be back here working at Dawson Community College, especially after it started snowing in May. But honestly, that day, I was a little surprised to be sitting in that position. I didn't think that I would last long when I arrived at Dawson. I was far away from home, didn't really like the cold weather, and didn't have a great first impression of the college or the town. In fact, I called my dad after a couple of weeks and said I wanted to come home. Fortunately, he didn't let me. He made me stick it out, and I'm so glad that he did. Though I struggled mightily during those first few months here, it was the best thing for me. I first learned to be content here, and then learned to enjoy it, and eventually learned to love it. I even learned to like rodeos and country music. Things I had never experienced before coming to Montana. And that's my first piece of advice for you graduates, is learn to persevere through the challenges of life. It won't be easy. There'll be times that you want to give up, but don't do it. Don't expect life to be easy and comfortable. If you do, you'll always be disappointed when tough times come. Expect challenges and obstacles. In fact, embrace them. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this challenge? What is it teaching me? Because it will make you stronger, wiser, and better. Those times can be some of the best moments of your life. I would have missed out on great experiences, great relationships, future jobs, and so much more if I would have quit when I wanted to. Joshua Metcalf, in his book Chop Wood, Carry Water, says, most people never realize their potential because when things get hard or they experience failure, they just quit, or they never give their very best. Graduates, wherever you go from here, make the best of your situation. There is no place that is perfect, not even DCC. Sorry. This world needs more of us to persevere in our jobs, in our relationships, and in whatever we do in life. I'm going to fill you guys in on a little secret. The reason why most employers like to hire college graduates is not really because of what you learned in the classroom in college, but even more so because it proved that you can learn and that you can complete something, that you can get yourself up on time, most of the time. Finish assignments, study for tests, and learn from your mistakes. Basically, you know how to persevere and how to finish. My second piece of advice is to be thankful. It took me a while to figure it out, but I eventually realized what a special place this was, mainly because of the special people that are here, in the college and in the community. The person in the front office who greeted me with a smile, the math teacher who took a little extra time for me after class, the custodian who would let me into the gym or fix my sink when it needed fixing, the cafeteria lady who kept me from starving that first year of college, the people in the community who invited me to their church and welcomed me into their home, the housing director who took a special interest in me, the coach who offered an encouraging word every once in a while, and even the president who knew me by name. Each of you had different people on campus and in the community who have helped you get to this point. Graduates, I hope that you'll look back fondly on your time at Dawson, that you'll be grateful for the teachers, the staff members, the coaches, and others in the community who invested in your life and made your experience here positive and successful. I hope that you'll be great ambassadors of DCC by representing us well in other schools and in the workplace, and even sharing with others about your experience and encouraging them to come here. In the book Energy Bus, John Gordon said, all of us focus so much on what stresses us that we forget all the things that we got to be grateful for. If you really started counting your blessings, you would realize that they are greater than the stars on the sky. When you feel blessed, you don't have time to be stressed. Graduates, thank you for choosing to come to Dawson. We appreciate what you have done during your time here. Thank you for the work and the effort that you put into your academics. Thank you for the time and commitment you invested on the court or field or arena, making a name for Dawson. Thank you for serving wholeheartedly in the community. You have most definitely left your mark here. Zig Ziglar said this about gratitude. Gratitude is the healthiest of all emotions. The more you express gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have even more to express gratitude for. Tonight, it's about you and your accomplishments. But don't forget, you couldn't have done it without the help of many others. Take a moment tonight and in the coming weeks to thank those people who have helped you along the way. And make sure that you pay that back to others throughout your journey. Whatever you do in life from here, persevere through the challenges and learn to be grateful for anything and anyone that comes your way.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson. It is now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Ms. Mitsu Frazier, Vice President of Operations for the Business College at Governor's University. Since April of 2008, Mitsu has led a faculty and operational function with a personal passion for improving the lives of others. Under her leadership, WGU's Business College has grown from 8,000 students to 42,000 students. Prior to her career at WGU, Mitsu worked as an executive leader of consumer and financial lending at HBSC North America. Mitsu has been a resident of Arizona for the past 15 years, but maintains the pride of a true Montanan. Having been born in Bozeman and raised in Great Falls in the Big Fork areas, she attended the University of Montana and Montana State University Northern and earned her degree in business administration while playing collegiate volleyball. She holds a Master's of Business Administration from Western Governors University. Please give a warm welcome for Ms. Mitsu Frazier.
evening, President Michelson, Dawson Community College Board, distinguished guests, Dawson Community College graduates. What a special night it is for each one of you. I have to admit it's been 10 years, almost to the day, that I returned home to Montana, so it's been a bittersweet journey back. But my husband and I were driving from Billings to Glendive this morning, and we had our first encounter with driver's assist in our rental car. So I don't know how many of you know about that, but in newer cars, driver's assist is essentially a move towards self-driving cars, right? And as we were careening down the 94, we were practicing how good driver's assist really worked. And it sort of reminded me of college life, right? You're in full control of your vehicle or in full control of your degree until you're not. And, there are people along the way who provide you with that steering wheel assist to keep you somewhere inside the lines. And we decided to put driver's assist to the test and see how well it really worked. And what we found was that when you take your hands off the wheel or you go entirely across the freeway, the car doesn't like it too much, and it starts to fire, red whistles and bells, and it starts to tell you that that's not acceptable. That, too, is a good example of how people treat you along the way as parents or loved ones. So I might take a moment to ask not our graduates, but those that are supporting our 2019 graduating class to stand for just a moment. If you would, all of you in the audience. And I'd ask that our 2019 graduating class turn and recognize your friends and your family for all that they've given you. So each one of you have played a distinct role in the ability for these individuals to graduate. It is my sincere thanks for all that you've done. Rituals and ceremonies, they play a very important piece in the lives of people. They're distinguishing moments that help you to define these moments from the daily life and the norm of what happens day to day. There are a few things that I've learned over the course of sitting on the stage of nearly 100 commencement ceremonies. The first is to be brief. What I know is that the path to earning a degree can sometimes be challenging, ever tiring, and in some cases, painful. My hope is that the moments leading up to you walking across the floor here don't feel the same way. Second is to be purposeful. As mentioned, today is a day that is extraordinary. Your life is forever different. These moments make you anew. The words before bestowing a degree shouldn't be the same words that you hear every day. The hope is that while we've said that the words won't matter long after your degree, I hope that you'll remember a few things along the way. And so for the next couple of minutes, we'll talk a little bit about what matters. As I was sitting here, I was kind of taking a look across the front row, and I noticed a pair of Crocs, some really, really white Nikes there in the corner. I'm going to appreciate those here in just a second. A pair of Vans and Converse. And what I recognize is that all of those have something in common, and that something is brand. And while brand doesn't always matter, brand oftentimes matters. I have the luxury of 4 crazy children, one being 3 weeks old and the oldest being 16. And lately I've been talking a lot with my 16-year-old about brand, and we have very differing perspectives about brand. He favors the very, very white Nikes, has to buy a new pair anytime someone gets a scuff on them, wants to explain the history of Nike and why the brand matters, and for me, I like to talk about personal brand and why that matters. We have some differing opinions. But at the end of the day, we both agree that there is some things that we have in common, and that brand, when it comes to personal perspective, matters. The way that we treat each other matters. The way that we hold our head matters. Who we are matters. And while we've all come from different places, and it's very easy to make assumptions about a person's background or assumptions about a person's brand, there are many things that we have in common. There's one thing that we have in common tonight, and that's that we're missing the ability to assess people based on materialistic items. We're all wearing the same black robes, we're all wearing the same regalia, we're unable to see the attire that we selected tonight. And so it leaves us with one thing: the sparkle in our eye, the way that we smile at one another, the way that you cast a glance hoping that the person on the stage hurries up, gets finished talking, right? But we're not able to assess one another based on what's underneath our robes. But what we know is that the way that we left our legacy here matters. And it allows you to revisit, it allows you to come back for more. There are things that we remember about each other that will become our legacy. So here I have an ask for you. Tonight, when you go home, long after the festivities fade, long after pomp and circumstance ends, long after you've had, celebration with your family, I'd ask that you put your robe back on. Let's hope that you've taken it off by then, unless you love it that much and you want to wear it, but I'm telling you, I'm sweating underneath this thing. But I'd ask that you put your robe back on, all the way back on, and take a look in the mirror. And in that moment, I'd ask that you ask yourself, what is my brand? What matters? And in addition to that question, I'd ask, are you doing things that are intentional about crafting and creating that brand? And then in that moment, slowly or quickly if you might, unzip your robe. It's almost an unveil in a sense, right? In that moment, you can be anew. And just as you are earning this degree today with the most intentionality behind coming here, behind sitting here today, you can be intentional about crafting your brand as you go forward. I'm going to ask how many of you do this, and then I'm going to follow up with Scott after the fact, and he's going to tell me that, a certain portion of you did or didn't do what I asked, and then we'll decide whether or not these degrees will be bestowed for the long term or the short. After you've made that declaration, I hope that you'll think about how you'll continue your life's journey. Roughly thick and thin, heading to another school to finish a 4-year degree. You have your eyes on a master's degree. As someone who works for the largest nonprofit institution in the country, what I know is that we're changing lives every day. And then each one of those lives change starts with the same thing: the passion and the perseverance to earn a degree. How you finish is really up to you. But what I know as a faculty member is that you'll have the support along the way as long as you ask for it. As long as you use your brand in a way that pushes you forward and sets the right tone. So, at a time when our country needs people to learn and persevere and come forward now more than ever, in a time where jobs are being resourced through technology or global strategies, we need more of our country to decide that education is right for them. You're setting an elite precedent that only a very small percent of our nation has decided to pursue. You are among an elite group of people who carry our nation forward at a time when we need it more than ever. As such, to echo some of the words said tonight, be bold, be big, be kind, even more so be kind to yourself. And be ever rigorous about striving to exemplify your brand. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Thanks, Mitzi. We appreciate those inspiring words. I'm going to go off script here for just a minute because I had a flash of about 30 years ago sitting in a class at a 2-year institution in the state of Idaho. And a professor talking to the class saying, I want you to develop your personal mission statement. And I did that 30 years ago. And it has carried with me throughout my life, throughout my career. And it's to provide positive enrichments for others. And I developed that 30 years ago. So act upon the words you heard tonight. Go home and do that. It is so powerful. At this time, please enjoy the music of the Dawson Community College Choir, directed by Miss Sue Stricta. Thank you to the choir and Miss Strelo. They do an absolute wonderful job. Please welcome Tracy Massow, Vice President of Academics and Student Affairs.
Good evening. Our Student Senate is a very important structure at Dawson Community College, serving as a key link between the student body, faculty, program development, and activities. Our graduating student senators are Trinity Anderson, Cade Allen Bear, Kelly Bean, Whitney Delynn Bean, Alexis Joan Beggar, Rhiannon Nicole Justice, Caitlin Violet Weldon. Graduating students who have shown outstanding performance and dedication in their Dawson Community College career may be honored with additional academic distinctions. Students, please stand as your name is called and remain standing until all names have been read. Please hold your applause until all names have been read. Phi Theta Kappa is the International Honor Society of two-year colleges. Students must achieve a 3.5 grade point average in order to be eligible for membership in Phi Theta Kappa. The following graduates are members of Phi Theta Kappa: Whitney Delynn Bean, April Sue Davis, Vanessa Van Vliet, Students graduating with honors have earned a 3.5 to 3.7 cumulative grade point average. Students, please stand as your name is called and remain standing until all names are read. Please hold your applause until all names have been read. Erin Leslie Campbell. Riley M. Handren. Edward Adam Hilbert. Glennis Ann Johnson. Alicia Keller. Olivia Marie Schultz. Anna Schneider. Chance D. Switzer. Cole D. Taylor. Samantha Rayette Youngman. Students graduating with high honors have a 3.75 to 4.0 cumulative grade point average. Students, please stand as your name is called and remain standing until all the names are read. Please hold your applause until all names have been read. Trinity Lark Anderson. Cade Allen Bear. Alexis Joan Bagger. Alexis S. Kanan. Ebony Clark. April Sue Davis. Kaiten M. Gerke. Kelsey Lauder. Katrina Adele Nisley. Brett Norby. Vanessa Van Vliet. Caitlin Violet Weldon. At this time, it is my pleasure to present the 2019 candidates for graduation. Graduation candidates, it's now time for you to be recognized for your hard work. Please stand for the conferring of your degree. President Mickelson and the Board of Trustees, the college, and the faculty recommend that the students before you be awarded their degrees or certificates according to the particular degree requirements. By the authority of the state of Montana, the Board of Trustees, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon each of you the respective Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, and Associate of Applied Science degree or certificate according to the particular requirements completed with all of its associated honors, privileges, and responsibilities. You will be presented with your diploma signed by the constituted authorities of Dawson Community College. Graduates, please come forward.
We will now distribute the diplomas to each graduate. I invite Jennifer Temple and Laura Garcia down to the podium to read the names of the graduates. I ask Ms. Frazier and Board Chair Knudsen and Foundation Chair to join me at the front of the stage. And faculty, please gather at the foot of the stage to congratulate the Dawson Community College class of 2019.
Those earning an Associate of Arts degree. Trinity Anderson, graduating with honors. Callie Beam. Alexis Joan Bager, also earning an Associate of Science degree, an Associate of Applied Science degree, Business Management, graduating with high honors. Noelle Jean Brown. Erin Leslie Campbell, graduating with honors. Reese Aaron Green. Galen Thomas Heidner. Alicia Keller, also earning an Associate of Science degree, graduating with honors. Sierra LaRae Loudon. Katrina Adele Nisley, also earning an Associate of Science degree, graduating with high honors. Justin Stewart. Kylie Sinclair Stump. Caitlin Violet Weldon, graduating with high honors. Those earning an Associate of Arts degree, Chemical Dependency Counseling. Kylie Galen Hergenreiter.
Those earning an Associate of Science degree, Whitney D. Bean. Ryan Bridenthal. Ejanae Coopwood. April Sue Davis, graduating with high honors. Adam Hilbert, graduating with honors. Zane German. Mara Johnson. Rhiannon Nicole Justice. Caitlin Ray Negard, also earning a Certificate of Applied Science Livestock Technology degree. Jordan Marie O'Neill. Shelby Pear. Erica Rudy. Austin Rysavy. Olivia Marie Schultz, graduating with honors. Vanessa Van Vliet, graduating with high honors. Samantha Rayette Youngman, graduating with honors.
Those earning an Associate of Applied Science, Animal Science, Livestock Production. Cade Allen Bear, also earning a Certificate of Applied Science, Livestock Technology degree, graduating with high honors. Logan Peterson, also earning a Certificate of Applied Science, Livestock Technology degree. those earning an Associate of Applied Science degree in Corrosion Technology: Riley M. Hadron. Glennis Ann Johnson, graduating with honors.
Those earning an Associate of Applied Science, Criminal Justice Law Enforcement Peace Officer option: Brett Norby, graduating with high honors. And those earning an Associate of Applied Science, Welding Technology: Tate Benson.
All graduates with degrees in hand are taking their seat, followed by the faculty, there to congratulate each and every one. Here's Dr. Mickelson.
Graduates, please stand. To signify your new status as college graduates, you may now move your tassel from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the class of 2019, the latest graduates.
A standing ovation from all of us
Graduates,
gathered.
I congratulate you on completing this milestone in your lives. At a time like this, it's important to express gratitude to the many people who have helped you along the way. To do so, I now ask that
the graduating class of 2019. The recessional out into the welcoming area where they'll meet with family and friends. Everybody is mentioned on their feet as the faculty now takes their place behind the graduates with the recessional.
Thank you. You may join us in the foyer for refreshments.
And Mr. Mickelson, Dr. Mickelson, invites everybody to the reception in the foyer.